Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mohammed Saim Khan and I'm an assistant professor at the Department of Commerce, Aligarh Muslim University. And as you know, we are now in week 2 of this business tourism course. So this week we'll cover three critical facets of business travel. Firstly, we examine business and events tourism role in promoting international trade and business to business contacts. This second section of our introduction to MICE, which is Meeting Incentives, Conferences and Exhibitions, highlights its appeal to a wide range of consumers and its complementary function to conventional tourism. After that, we'll explore the many event categories inside the MICE framework, emphasizing their distinctive experiences. Finally, we will examine conference marketplaces, dynamic structure, and changing demand, providing insights into the variables driving their expansion and new developments. This thorough discussion aims to give the viewers a sophisticated grasp of business tourism's many facets and crucial place in the modern travel industry. So, in this particular video, we'll deal with significance and types of events. And let me tell you in advance that there are topics like we're discussing types of events. There are certain topics, certain general topics, which may come up again in further videos. Like in context of another video, we'll be doing similar things. Little, not like every topic, but there are few topics which will be covered again in context of what topic we are dealing with, right? So without any further ado, let us start. So event tourism is essentially any tourism that relates to events. Events come in all shapes and sizes. They can be large scale events or small events, private events or public events. And event tourism can bring a lot of money into the host community, making it a valuable contributor to the tourism economy. Traditionally, events have always been viewed as being part of the tourism industry. However, that has been slowly changing in recent years, with many people recognizing the event industry as an industry in its own right. Event tourism is a big industry around the world now. Whilst there is a lot that goes into events, to put it simply, an event is just a thing that happens. So, in the context of this video, it refers to a public or social occasion which has been planned in advance. Some events are formal, some are all about fun. Some events are big, some are small, but there are many different types of events. You can find them, in this video with examples and information. So, an event is happening at a given place and time, usually of some importance, celebrating or commemorating a special occasion. To help broaden the simple definition, categories have been developed based on the scale of events. So these categories, they are presented as the video uncovers. So events can be extremely complex project, which is why over time the role of event planners has taken on greater importance. The development of education, training programs, and professional designations such as certified meeting planners or certified special events professional or certificated meeting management has led to increased credibility in this business and demonstrates the importance of the sector of the economy. Furthermore, there are a variety of event management certifications and diplomas that enable future event and festival planners to gain specific skills and knowledge within this sector. And it although it hadn't garnered that much of interest and fame in India, but in especially in the first world countries, it is a thing now. Okay, let's talk about the various tasks involved in event planning. Well, you can see on your screen, right? It's conceptualizing or theming and logistics and planning. Of course, human resource management, security is there, marketing and public relations, budgeting and financial management, sponsorship, procurement, management, and evaluation. So, technically, in our further videos in a week where we'll be covering events extensively, all this have been discussed in detail. So, but events aren't just for leisure visitors, right? In fact, the tourism industry has a long history of creating, hosting, and promoting events that draw business travelers. So, next we'll further mice in the next video. But before that, let's discuss the types of events. So, there are different types of events that happen around the world, and these often fall under different types of tourism. So, here's a brief breakdown. Basically, we will do this breakdown further also in further videos. For now, well, uh, there are a few examples of business events like annual general meeting or extraordinary general meeting. That refers to general meeting outside of the yearly scheduled AGM, and it is done usually to deal with urgent matters. Okay, award evenings are there, and balls, formal dinners, team building events. So these events tend to be exclusive to employees and shareholders of a particular business and form part of the business tourism industry. Some may extend invitations to sponsors, investors, employee family members, and so on, particularly for balls and award evenings. Business events may be held in various venues. So these AGMs and EGMs are usually held on the business own premise if they are big enough, right? To host all of the people who are needed to be there. If not, they might be held in a hotel or a conference space with more room. Team building events happen in all sort of places depending on what they are. You might visit an escape room or activity center or go to a venue specifically aimed at team building. Further, we have there are many examples within these type of event, and it is common for sports tourism and event tourism to intertwine. So this is to be expected as there are so many different sports, all of which have competitions. Some specific examples like Paralympics, Olympics, Winter Olympics, Commonwealth Games, Rugby World Cup, Tour de France, FIFA World Cup, Premier League, the National, Super Bowl, Wimbledon, US Open, French Open, etc. So there are so many more examples with uh, most sports participating in domestic leagues as well as international and global cups and competitions. So these are some of the most popular and famous events, all of which you likely will have heard of. You may have been an attendee of some of these or at least watched on TV. So depending on the type of sport, they are held at different venues. Tennis competitions like the French Open and Wimbledon are held at large tennis clubs with multiple courts and plenty of space and spectators. Football matches in domestic leagues, such as the uh, different types like Premier Leagues, are held at each club's respective stadiums. When it comes to the competitions under the Olympic umbrella, they are held in large purpose-built arenas in a different host country every 4 years. Sporting events bring in a lot of money through tickets, merchandise, refreshments, and more, making these type of events very important to the travel and tourism industry. Well, if you talk about recreation events, well, these type of events also comes in many variations, right? Most large scale recreation events are held outdoors due to the nature, right? And they cover a lot of different niches or interests. You can see some examples below, like flower shows, flower and garden shows, regional food fairs, such uh, especially in North American countries. Okay, bonfire and firework displays. So some of these type of events are free entry, while others are ticketed. Obviously, Christmas light events are just one evening type of things where flowers shows and food fairs might last a few days or even a week. Often there will be stalls to buy food, drinks, and souvenirs too. Then you have these local interest events. Local interest events are types of events that are much more community focused events. Often they are organized and attended only by locals. People generally don't visit from out of town specifically to attend these type of events unless they have a personal interest in it for some reason, like they used to live there, or it's their birthplace or things like these, and they'll be coming for such local events. So there's also often a charity focus with these type of events, like village feeds, collectors fair, car boot sales, etc. So for the most part, these examples are outdoor types of events. This is simply due to the need for a lot of space, and also because with country and these county fairs, there are a lot of animal related events and shows, which by their very nature need to take place outside. There is often an entry fee for these events, which with fun runs and village feeds particularly, there is a large fundraising aim involved. You can sponsor people to complete their run or donate money in other ways. Well, entertainment events are some of the biggest type of events. I think you'll agree with me on this, right? And they, like sporting events, bring in a huge amount of revenue. So generally, they are ticketed unless it's a specific free event. And merchandise is sold alongside food and drink. So if I talk of examples, well, concerts, music festivals, theater shows, theater festivals, fan conventions, pride events, pride parades, and all. So depending on the nature of the event, venues will differ. Music festivals tend to be outdoor events stretching over a few days. As such, they will cover a large amount of space to account for stages, audience viewing areas, food stalls, toilets, and accommodations or campsite areas. However, concerts are more of a one night in each location event, depending on how many tickets the band or artist puts on sale. They will take place in an arena, stadium, or smaller local venue. Pride events also differ from each other, but many follow the idea that the first ever one was a protest. The modern prides may incorporate singers and entertainment, but most do generally include a march of some sort. So, this video, has shed light on the importance of event tourism. We took a closer look at the many event types that make up the dynamic field of event tourism. Each category contributes to the vibrant world of event tourism, from business events promoting professional networking to sporting events offering excitement and relaxation, local interest events celebrating cultural diversity, and entertainment events providing captivating performances. This thorough discussion aims to give readers a sophisticated grasp of business tourism, many facets, and crucial place in the modern travel industry. So, we'll continue into further types of events in our next video. So, I hope whatever we had discussed is clear, right? So, we had gone through the significance of event tourism, how this travel and tourism industry, or the surge of mice has created a different kind of an arena for tourism and the demand for it. Okay, and what are the different tasks involved in event planning? And I told you that in our further videos in other weeks, we'll be covering these tasks extensively. And then we started discussing the several types of events, right? Like maybe there are business events, including meetings and conferences and balls and team building events, to sporting events, which we all very well know what sporting events are. Even we recently had an example of that in India. India was hosting, India host, like for example, hosting the World Cup, or there are local sporting events which are happening in a particular stadium, or yeah, or recreation events like flower shows, Christmas lights, which or we have like Qutub Minar light show in Delhi, or the Lal Qila lighting show in Delhi. Such kind of recreational events are there, and then there are local interest events, which are specifically for the people of a particular community or a particular region, and entertainment like concerts, music festivals, theater shows, musicals, parades, comic cons. Comic cons are very famous these days. All type of new merchandise and new movies related to superheroes and all. They are premiered, or there are panels of them at these comic cons. So they are getting very famous, and even in India, so we are continuously having a comic con in different cities. Delhi's comic con is very famous, where artists, they are showcasing their work in different formats. And so lastly, we concluded. So this is all about this video. We'll continue into the next video with the types of events. So with that, I'll take your leave, and we'll meet in the next video. So till then, take care and have a nice day.